With this, now I request Mr. Bipin Tyagi, Executive Director, Center for Development of Telematics. Initially, he was entrepreneur. Now, I think he is CEO looking after the R&D. I think he will be sharing all the details.
Do we help here? Yeah, no problem. Good morning, everybody. Respected Sri J.S. Deepak, respected respected Sri Ramesh Abhishek, Sanjay Nayak ji, R.K. Patak ji, Ms. Rangachari. I am glad to be here, and India has a big differentiator in terms of knowledge economy, because we bring the perspective of absolute creation to complete deployment, because our problems have been world problems all combined together are the problem that we are facing here, both in size and also leapfrog that we have done. So we have commonalities in terms of the pricing requirement, also the infrastructure, also power. For example, the National Broadband Network of India, called BharatNet, is actually using the end device which is 10 watt. And the Western world was using 1.2 kilowatt. We don't have power. Consequently, it is important that such considerations are also taken into account before designing the networks. As our Honorable Minister said, that we are not going to give you the technology, we are going to make you self-sufficient in terms of building your own enterprises around the technology that we provide you through the training, through the technology interaction, through the university interaction, and having the academics involved so that you can build up on your own with the help of India. The cost sensitivity, low internet penetration are the common problem. Low tele density in the rural areas particularly, while India has done a good job in terms of the broadband in the urban areas, we are starting on the broadband journey in a major way, and to tell you, we have all the technology, and in 1 minute I'll show you why I'm saying that. I will touch upon very briefly what all you can do with the total technology which is designed in India, manufactured in India as of now, where the people exist who can support that technology. So CDOT began its journey, through where we actually exported our rural automatic exchanges to 26 countries across the world, and that got deployed. That has worked for 27 years plus, and now we are upgrading in India that to next generation networks. About 10 million lines are going to be get upgraded. Technology is all our domestic technology. BharatNet, or the National Optical Fiber Network, is having all technology designed in India and is getting deployed in India. Consequently, you will have a benefit of not only our experience in the Western world, but also to take that. The CapEx and OpEx we keep to 50% of the global level minimum, if not beyond. And we have already created the technologies which are required by different countries. Now there is the phase of working through the partnerships with the like-minded countries. We have objective of actually developing manufacturing through CDOT. We also want to bridge the digital divide, and we are participating in the Digital India and Make in India. You can easily understand that if you map it on your country, what all you can do. The rural sector globally actually is almost similar in terms of challenges. There are very few countries which are having large population living in rural areas and still having great penetration in broadband. So consequently, we understand the pain and the challenges. So we are also working with service provider, predominantly national programs in India at this point in time are very, very significant. And CDOT is participating in that. You will see this. So what I'll do quickly is take you to the solution metrics so that you can understand what all is possible. Okay, so in rural telecommunication, we have GPON, we have Wi-Fi for wireless, green power supply because power is not available, it has to be standalone. Then we have shared GSM. So 3 operators can share common infrastructure. We also designed a product for language illiterate. So you don't have to know English to get all the services which are running on the internet. The product is called Gyan Setu. We also have to take care of the geography, GIS, map it onto the road data and where to run the fiber, where to have the radio link. This is called geointelligence. We also have our own DSLAM. We also have this L2 switches and routers. So we are today in a position for any country to ab initio plan, install and operate through the Indian technology end-to-end a rural network. So we have expertise in terms of the entire value chain consequently. Here is an example how India did it. We have worked with the BSNL, which is the government operator. We are also working with BBNL, and already we have at this point in time about 25,000 villages and about 15,000 blocks, as they are called. They are supplied with the CDOT technology through the manufacturers of CDOT. The NOFN is often not understood. It is service providers are the main beneficiary of that. So if you have private sector in your country, they will get opportunity through the fiber. We also, beyond fiber connectivity, beyond panchayat connectivity, it means that really connecting through the wireless, through the fiber, through the copper, all the technology is available from us to connect the small little hamlets which are there all across the beyond villages. We have cost-effective technology available for manufacturing. We also have the BPOs. This is our business process outsourcing network. Completely can be designed using the technology coming from India and designed in India. CDOT has all that IPR available. Also, we are also having the network management system called CNMS. Also digitization tool of the infrastructure. We also have planning tool which you can use, your people can use to design their own network. We also have the fault localization if fiber get cut, where how do you identify that? And also carbon footprint monitoring, how much carbon is getting emitted by the different towers. So all of this is available in form of solutions. We are very happy to share you that CDOT got the award from ITU for designing this product for the people who do not know English or language independent services through the internet is what we have already deployed. It is very relevant. It uses only camera and numeric pad and biometric reader, NFC. As you can see, there is no English keyboard. Still, it can do all the services on the internet can be mapped onto this. Wireless technology for rural areas is our specialization. We have gone as far as 20 kilometers from any place you have internet. You can extend it using CDOT's technology in point-to-point mode. Also, we have all variants that you will find in the Western world available from CDOT. We can connect 3 villages using 1 equipment of Wi-Fi. We also have launched the latest 802.11 AC, which gives you 1.3 gigabit minimum on the Wi-Fi. So you will find it that we are not only increasing in terms of competitiveness, but we also are having leadership in cost. We also are understanding the terrain. There are very, service providers are already using our all technology that we designed, including terabit router. We can convert your existing legacy network, which are copper-based network or which are like wireless TDM networks, onto the next generation network by having very, very low cost adaptation of that. We have already done that, and the service providers can take a benefit of all our hardware and software, starting from DWDM all the way to GPON the complete optical range is available, DSLAMs are available, all copper-based infrastructure can be converted using our gateways. So we can provide backhaul solutions to 2G, 3G, LTE. We also can have the NGN solution, next generation network and migration of that, all on our CDOT manufacturers can supply you all the equipment which are there. Also, we have designed a 100 gigabit per wavelength system for point-to-point connectivity, 10 gigabit into 10 from a single box over a single fiber. Very, very cost effective connectivity across the countries or where the distance is a little longer, but very cheap, not like DWDM which is a little bit expensive. Coming back, I think district to block connectivity, we have solutions of that. So what we are saying in short is that national programs which are running in India are already taking the pain out of the, the implementation to some extent, and we are helping all of those. Consequently, same technology can be deployed there. We also can create dedicated network for the secure communication across your country. If you have some network for defense or some network for your strategic communication, we can help you with that. We also have public Wi-Fi hotspot creation capability end to end. When I say it, it means hardware, software, everything put together. We are in a position to train you for this high technology which is being deprived from the developing nations for a long time. Smart city, this is the solution which can actually create a smart infrastructure over the fiber, over the radio, and over the copper, using solar energy and providing the IP-based network. This is what any city will aspire for anywhere in the world. And CDOT has designed all these technologies, and we have about 18 manufacturers from India, not one or two, and we have 58 technology transfer relationship already in place. So you will have proven technology transfer possibilities. You can also improve your enterprises, campus and IT parks and data center using our technologies, because whatever you require is already available. So you can fiberize your buildings, you can create high-speed infrastructure inside campuses, enterprises, wherever you want. Also, we have a solution for corporate networks and voice over IP. The building networks, using fiber, using radio, using Wi-Fi, all this is possible because these are the technologies which are currently being used by many people in India. Same will be available to you. We also have point of interface wherever you have from somebody, we can connect that with the data center. In the, towards the end, I would like to say we are participating in Digital India, Smart City, Make in India, also Skill India in high-end segment. We are not only telling you where to put the screwdriver and tighten it, we can tell you why it is done. And what are the software elements of this, how the network works, give you complete insight. And this only can come from a country like India, which is having, at this point in time, strategic relationships with some of the developing countries. The company CDOT has won the National IPR Award this year. We also got ITU Award of 150 a year for one of our products. We have been every year winning LCINA Award, IESA Award. So this is what it means is that the Indian industry is taking notice of it. We have good infrastructure for developing all of this. We can tell you how to develop it in your side, your own things. And we care for young, like Africa, which is the youngest continent in the world, and India, which is youngest country in the world, and the rural people who are deprived of the digital, divide at this point in time. If you come to India, you get it all, and you get with an open heart and mind. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. For I think CDOT has already exhibition here outside. So I think once after this event, we will be going for exhibition also, because then only you can realize what is Gyan Setu. I think that's an amazing product for any country in which you don't require language. So next generation networks, I think is shared, and IPR all belongs with CDOT. So we have already had some presentation from Indian industry having on switching, switch side, wireless, transmission. So I think optical like this one. The third is the passive part, and that is from sand to fiber, and that's address by Ms. Swati Rangachari. So, I invite her from Sterlite Industries. Yeah, please. You want presentation or?
Okay. Thank you so much for inviting me, Mr. Pathak, Honorable Secretary Abhishekji, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great time in India today. And one of the reasons why it's a great time is because we have a mature industry and an ecosystem that has come together around telecom. We have a government that is very committed both in pace and in ensuring that we manage to set out telecom scale. And today the world is talking about data. It couldn't be a better time. In fact, data has become so critical across the world that it is almost like a utility, right? So, I mean, and in our country, in India, we couldn't understand it better, so to say. So we have education, health, skilling, everything that we want really out of lives and livelihood can be availed through data and data access. And therefore, broadband infrastructure has become so pivotal to the seamless movement of data. I just want you to reflect upon the right of use, so to say. There is a very interesting graph. It shows that as data is growing, so is the deployment of fiber or the consumption of fiber. And it's also because moving from voice networks into data networks becoming so critical is something that the world can recognizes, and fiber deployment is taking place across. 151 countries is looking at national broadband plans. And then there are 7 others who are already in the process of planning. And in this whole thing, I mean, India has got extremely ambitious plans around broadband infrastructure. Our Prime Minister himself is driving the Digital India plan. He's put across rural broadband, smart cities. And I can see a lot of the slides have got a little messed up because my format is different to what's up here, so apologize for that. Our Prime Minister said that the new cities are going to actually be born or created around optical fiber or digital networks. And this to us is a big thing because across the world, that's what we are seeing. So it's no longer about, or rather it is very much about water, electricity and everything else, but data has actually taken that level of importance. That said, and with the ambitious plans across both within India, and I just wanted to reflect, what's the state in your own countries, the broadband infrastructure requires a lot of support from the industry, from the government, and we really need to put our focus and our capabilities together to ensure that in this new world where data is becoming so pivotal, and with 3G, 4G, FTTH taking place, fiberization of digital infrastructure is critical. So something about my company, and we recognized the importance of optical fiber quite a while ago. We started with just a 40,000 kilometers kind of rollout of fiber or manufacturing of fiber, and today we are sitting in 50 million. The reason is very simple. We recognize that the time is going to come through data where optical fiber is going to play a big role. And then just to let you know that most people, bring in preforms, they draw their fiber, and that's how, fiber cables and deployment takes place. The company went further to say, hey, we need to control both the quality of the fiber and ensure we control the entire supply chain. Furthermore, one of our pillars is nation building, and we wanted to ensure that we are able to build out enough manufacturing R&D capability within our company and our country where we can be in a position to partner and support countries across the world. So we went backwards and backfilled the entire manufacturing supply chain and actually started manufacturing from sand, that is silica, right across to optical fiber. Sterlite Technologies today is one of the very few, probably one of the just 2 or 3 companies in the world today that is high on quality and builds the entire end-to-end of optical fiber. We also did something very interesting. We introduced a center of excellence, just beside our manufacturing setup. And the reason was very important. We wanted to ensure that our center of excellence is able to capture the best of the realities on ground while we are innovating. And that really turned out to be excellent because whatever research that we are doing actually immediately translates into our manufacturing base. And we have come up with very innovative products that can handle the toughest of terrains and the toughest of weathers. For example, there is a product called as NOVA. So when we're talking about building out infrastructure for, let's say, for the next 20, 25 years plus, with the importance of data, of course, we're talking about reliability both in terms of deployment and then in terms of maintenance. So NOVA was created keeping in mind that today we need infrastructure that is designed for the smallest possible space, minimum space. It supports very quick installation. We need pace in whatever that we do, and and also ensure that even the bendability of the fiber is such that it does not get hurt while you're deploying it. And these things are very critical when we are looking at innovation and products. Going for the best products today when we are looking at a passive network is critical because once laid, you can't go back and change it again and again. So invest